You're listening to Mr. Save-A-Home, Becoming an Agent Tour. Good day, good people. My name is Navid Moosa. I'm your host today and always for Mr. Save-A-Home, Becoming an Agent Tour. Thanks for tuning in. If you are a first-time listener, I appreciate you giving us a shot here. I know there's a lot of information that is out on the good old-fashioned web and social media pages and everything like that. And I know it can be overwhelming, but yet you chose to come here. And so thank you. For those who are coming back, thanks for the loyalty. I really appreciate it. And we just like to get into it right away. We don't like to, there's no fluff pieces or anything like that. We want to get into it. So today I want to talk about being an addict. The term addict has a negative connotation with it, and all rightfully so in the past. However, the new addict, the addict that I'm talking about, the one I would like you to become or consider becoming, is one that's addicted to positive influences and things that make you grow and glow at the same time. And to give you some examples of that, again, this podcast here, yes, is mainly derived for the real estate individual, the investors and the agents. However, what I've said in my previous podcast, that it's organically becomes something of just a mindset, which that's what being an agentor is. It is a mindset of being addicted to positive things around you. Now, I know it's weird saying, well, how does one become addicted to something? You know, usually, again, we're so used to hearing addict or addiction with the negative term, drugs and alcohol and gambling, are probably the three most common ones that pop into a person's mind when you hear the word addict or addiction. I want to change that. I want to change that to being where you're addicted to smiling. You're addicted to just waking up and thanking for being awake for another day. Because most of us assume that when we wake up, number one, we're going to wake up. Okay, first and foremost. Number two, that the lights are going to be on, that the water is going to be running, that the heat or the AC is going to be there. We just assume these things. And to an extent, why wouldn't we? We live in a developed country. For the most part, yes, depending what news media outlet you watch, the world is going to be ending today at around 5 p.m. Eastern, right? That's just how it becomes. But that's the addiction I want to talk about, is what you surround yourself with that makes you being constantly positive. I'm not telling you to put your head in the sand and to ignore the negative around you. I'm not telling that at all. There's people who just say, oh, there's so much positivity. How can I worry about this stuff? Depending who you are, I may get that. But the average individual, that negative stuff is around you. That negativity is there. And it does influence us, whether we like it or not, whether we admit it or not. That negativity around us, whether it be directly or indirectly, influences us directly or indirectly. And so my suggestion, what I would like to see people do, is essentially not ignore the negativity, but just don't embrace it and make it your own. There's always going to be negativity around you. There's no way around that. It's how much spotlight we want to put on that. You know, there's always, like you see in the movies, there's always good versus bad and, you know, or good versus evil, and those stark contrasts. But around us, we're going to have negative and we're going to have positive. The beauty of this life, the beauty of the life that we have crafted for ourselves, or I'm hoping we can craft for some of you or most of you, is one that says, hey, I got this in front of me. I got this in front of me. What do I want to focus on? Now, the negative aspect that's in front of you could be very strong. It could be something that's important to you and it's a cause to you. You don't ignore that. But what you do is take the positive in your life, that positive, good stuff that's there, and you see, how can I manipulate this to go against and to work towards taking this negative instance that I have facing me and addressing it and going for it. And so when we look at our situations, whether we are a single parent, whether we are someone who's in a home, a foster home or adopted home, or someone who just feels we don't have the proper support system, either A, it's never been there according to you, or it was there and now it's gone. You know, you could have a spouse who's passed on. You could go through a divorce or some other unfortunate circumstance that's caused your positive sphere of influence that's around you to deteriorate or to just come undone. What I would hope for you to look at is that not that it's come undone, not that there's all this new negative space coming towards you. It's this test to say, okay, listen, everything was going very, very good for me. I mean, everything was just straight rocking and rolling, no issues at all. And all of a sudden, bam, life happened. Life hit me in the face, lit my ass up. Now I don't know what to do. Okay, take a step back and take inventory of what just happened, potentially how you got there, and what didn't happen. What I mean by what didn't happen is what didn't go away. What was good in my life that's still good there? And can you tap into that goodness to help you combat this new negative that's in your life, this new force that's come towards you? We can't ignore negativity, but we should not embrace it. I know too many people personally in my business life and my personal life who talk to an associate, who talk to a friend, and they tell their problems to them. And all of a sudden they're embracing those problems. Here's an example. Think about when you spoke to somebody or someone who's speaking to you and they were so hype about having a discussion with somebody else. And that person, that third party was going through something in their life that was negative for them. And they were just venting to so-and-so. And that person, your so-and-so, comes to you and they are just hype. Man, so-and-so was at work and they got passed up for this promotion and they were just so pissed off. And it's like, whoa, wait, calm down. Why are you so mad? You didn't get passed up for a promotion. They did. And sometimes most of us confuse that being compassionate and being supportive. That's what we're thinking we're doing. We're just supporting them and being, man, that's not fair. That shouldn't happen to them. And you're right. That should not have happened. And you're probably right. It is most likely unfair. However, it's not your problem. Don't embrace it. Don't embrace what they're negative they're going through. Don't make it your own. Be compassionate with them. Empathize with them. But don't embrace it and make it yours. That's not your responsibility. That's not your job. That's harsh to hear, but that's not your job. You are to embrace the positive things in your life. They're around you. It's whatever we want to make of it. Yeah, it's not perfect. It's not. And nor will it ever be. But it's up to you to make that decision of what do I want to embrace? What do I not want to embrace? And for me, 10 times out of 10, it's the positivity. That's what I want to embrace. You can't ignore the negativity, but you sure as hell can put it in check to an extent. And if you do this long enough and you keep doing this and over again, and I mean to the micro instances of your life, if you do it there, even from a macro level, if you do it there, it encompasses everything you do from your marriage to your personal relationships to a whole other bunch of stuff. So at the end of the day, just remember what you have for you is yours and yours to focus on. Good or bad, it's on you. Personally, I hope that you would focus on the good though. My name is Navid Moosa. That's all I got for y'all today. Hopefully it benefits you guys. As always, I welcome the feedback, good, bad, or indifferent. I close out every show saying the same thing. Never chase money, always chase the deal. Do right by the client and everything else will fall into place. Take care, guys. Have a good one.